Hey, welcome back. We are on Jehovah Adon Kol Arets. This is the Lord over all the earth. So as we study this, we're really focusing on the earth and the Lord's control over the earth, right? Or his sovereignty in it. The first time I heard this name of God, I was like, oh, that's an interesting words. But also, it just, to me, highlighted his sovereignty, his authority over the earth. And we see this as we unpack this in our studies. So let's dive in. As I began to unpack Joshua, I saw Adon, which I knew was the Hebrew root word for Adonai, which goes with husband, master, owner, sovereign authority. So here we're looking at God's sovereign authority. And then we look at Kol, which means the whole, everything, right? And then Arets, which is earth, territories. So we can say the Lord is sovereign over all the territories of the earth. And then as we get into reading Joshua, it even shows that as we go on. The one thing that stuck out to me as I read the whole passage of Joshua was verse 11. And it says, before you, so the Lord's going before you, but that word before you actually means face to face. So what I hear the Lord saying to me is, I'm right with you in the battle. We're face to face. You're not fighting it alone. I not only go before you and not only in your rear guard, but we are face to face with you. I'm here with you. And then as we go into 13, we see that sovereignty over all the earth when God stops the water flow and they are able to cross on dry land. That is the miracle of God showing up as Jehovah Adon Kol Arets. And then we get into New Testament and we see Jesus demonstrating that as well when the wind and the waves even obey him when he's on the boat. And he says to be still and the storm stops. That is Jesus manifesting Jehovah Adon Kol Arets. The other verse that I love that highlights this is 1 Corinthians 15. And it says, he is the exact living image of the unseen God, the firstborn, the sovereign, the original of all creation. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers, authorities, all things were created and existed through him and for him. And he himself existed as is before all things, and in him all things hold together, even the earth. His controlling cohesive force of the universe. He is also the head, the life source, and the leader of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, so that he himself will occupy the first place. He will stand supreme in everything. For it pleased the Father for the fullness of the deity, the essence of his perfection, powers, and attributes to dwell in him, the Son, Jesus. And through the intervention of Jesus, reconciled all things to himself, making peace with all believers through the blood of his cross, through him, whether things on earth or things in heaven. That is another manifestation of Jehovah Adon Kol Arets. All things, his sovereignty. I'll see you at the next name of God.